Kwe, I'm making my way to celebrate Global Meetings Industry Day, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. I'm hoping to grab a few minutes with Marc Forget, lead facilitator, keynote speaker, and founder of MPI Workshops, so we can discuss K for Knowledge in this month's MPI Breaks. GMID is taking place, as all of our events do, on the unceded and unsurrendered lands of the Anishinaabe Algonquin people. En tant qu'invités, nous sommes honorés et reconnaissants envers toutes les générations d'Algonquins Anishinaabe qui ont pris soin de ces beaux territoires et qui continuent de le faire. Welcome to the May edition of the MPI Breaks. Before we jump into our discussion with Marc, here are a few things we've got going on. Join us virtually April 25 at noon, Ottawa local time, for the MPI Ottawa Chapter AGM. You should have received your 2023-2024 annual report from us, and you can find this and all past reports on the MPI Ottawa website. This will also be an opportunity to provide an update about what the chapter has going on and an outlook for this year and the distant future. Also, mark your calendars for June 12th. We'll be hosting Camp MPI. We're making our way to Chateau Montebello for this year's Volunteer Appreciation, and if you're staying the night, we have a special rate for you, so mark June 13th as well. Now for our discussion. Quick akina to this month's breaks. Marc Forget's transition from the DMO world, where he represented Tourism London, leaving on June 24, 2019, as I found in an MPI Ottawa article, to found MPI Workshops and change our lives for the better. From board workshops to keynote presentations to facilitated discussions to simply getting to catch him at a networking event, an opportunity to connect with Marc always leaves you wiser and with a smile. So Kwe, Marc, thanks for joining me.
Kwe.
Let me start by asking you, 10 years after the introduction of the Truth and Reconciliation calls to action, what progress have you seen in the meeting, event, and hospitality industry, and where do you think there's still room for improvement?
Well, I've definitely seen some meeting planners take time to do land acknowledgements and invite elders, knowledge keepers, and other cultural representatives to do an opening prayer and a closing prayer. But there's still a lot that they can do beyond that. That is a great start, but there's still a lot more to do. And I think we're going to answer those questions and what they can do. So let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, what do you think, beyond the integration of land acknowledgements and of elders, how can meetings and events incorporate Indigenous perspectives and protocols in a meaningful and respectful way?
So by making space for Indigenous peoples, speakers, facilitators, artists, and performers, but not just as add-ons. Don't make this just a checking a box. Make it, they come with knowledge, they come with expertise, they come with experience. They have a lot to offer. So don't just make it as an add-on at the beginning or at the end. There's great facilitators, there's great speakers, great performers throughout the conference, and really have them involved. And make sure that you compensate fairly. Don't think that it's expensive. They come with knowledge, they come with years of experience, and they come with a story. So keep that in mind when you're including Indigenous peoples in your conferences.
Yeah, very much. When you talk about compensation, I always think about how lived experiences weigh so much heavier than education, yet we don't pay them as heavily.
Absolutely.
So as we reflect on the 10 years since the TRC's final report, what is your message to every event planner and supplier?
Well, it is going to make 10 years, and we still have a lot of work to do. Reconciliation is a journey we walk together. So I always say, start small, but start now. It's never too late. Read the calls to action. There's only 9 calls to action, and they're take you 20 minutes to read through them, but read through them. And reflect on how your events can honor Indigenous peoples in a meaningful way, and not just where, by checking that box, but really involve them in your meetings, and know which community, what land you're on, and do your research, because again, reconciliation is not just a trend. This is something that we're going to have to work together for a long time for us to reconcile and be able to work together again and share this land, because that's was the intentions of our treaties and our agreements, was to share this land together.
Absolutely. Miigwech.
Miigwech.
Thank you for joining me.
Miigwech.
And miigwech to you for joining us for this conversation. See you next month for a supplier chat where I'll be joined by Disa Cameron with Encore Canada, the 2024 Supplier of the Year recipient. Magician.